in 2015, Chelsea are champions, and blue is the colour.
Jose Mourinho had always stressed that his second season back at Chelsea would be the one where everyone would see what his team was truly capable of. And it didn't take long for them to make a statement of intent. The club spent around £80 million that summer, bringing in former Arsenal captain Cesc Fabregas from Barcelona, along with several Champions League finalists from Atletico Madrid, Diego Costa, Filipe Luis, and Thibaut Courtois, who returned after a 3-year loan spell in Spain. The Belgian was ready to challenge Petr Cech for the #1 spot. It was also the return of a legend, Didier Drogba, 2 years after leaving the club where he had created some of its most unforgettable memories. But as one legend returned, others departed. Frank Lampard left as Chelsea's all-time leading goalscorer, while Ashley Cole joined Roma after 8 successful seasons at Stamford Bridge. Other notable exits included David Luiz to Paris Saint-Germain, along with a major clear-out up front, as Demba Ba, Samuel Eto'o and Lukaku all headed for the exit. The season began with a Monday night trip to Turf Moor, featuring 3 debutants for the club, and all 3 of them would make an instant impact.
There's no offside here, and real possibilities for Arfield. Goal for Burnley! Brilliant start for the Clarets. And a chance for a good cross here. And it's surely the equaliser, and it is Diego Costa opening his account for Chelsea, and they've hit back straight away. And, Savanovic again to try and carve out a chance for Fabregas. It's brilliant play. It's Schürrle's goal. It's a truly wonderful goal for Chelsea. And having been 1-0 down, even this early, can you say, is this the response of future champions? Terry trying to use a teammate as a block so he can sneak in. It wasn't him, it was Ivanovic, and it is falling apart for Burnley.
Oscar, and it cannons back off the post. We took everybody by surprise to some degree. And they've got it right here, and David Nugent is in for Leicester. Brilliant from Courtois. Golden opportunity for Leicester. Keeper has come to the rescue. Here's Ivanovic. Away from Schlupp. Ivanovic to pull it back. Surely it must go in! And it does! For Diego Costa! Hazard again with all Brighton for company this time. Oh, beautifully done! And that is the 3 points sealed for Chelsea.
After back-to-back wins over a pair of newly promoted sides in their first 2 games, the trip to Goodison Park was seen by many as Chelsea's first real examination.
And they are being examined by Costa. 36 seconds, 3 goals in 3 Premier League games. Explosive start. Costa, Ramirez, Ivanovic, 2. Stunning start from Chelsea. 2 goals in less than 3 minutes. They are flying away, and he is seething. McGeady, that's a decent ball. Coleman, Mirallas! Game on! Everton were begging for that before half-time. They're in the contest. Hazard. Oh, squeezed in. Eden Hazard defying physics. McGeady. Naismith! 3-2, what about it? What about it? Everton will not lie down. 3 goals in 3 games for Stephen Naismith. Matic. 4-2. Goals, goals and more goals. Chelsea have their 2-goal cushion again. In by Baines. Eto'o! Is this for real? Is this for real? Matic. Crazy. Ramirez. Just crazy! It's a torrent of goals, and Chelsea now have 5 of them. 8 goals, 8 different goal scorers. Coleman, Eto'o, Coleman, Mirage! Oh my word! How's that stayed out?
What a save from Courtois.
Not a great start for Besic. Mikel's onto it, and Costa could seal it here. Diego Costa, of course. First word and last word. And Chelsea, as we hit 90 minutes, lead by 6 goals to 3.
A 9-goal thriller at Everton meant the Blues sat top of the table, level on points with their next opponent, Swansea, the only 2 teams still boasting a 100% record to start the season. Deadline day of the transfer window saw movement up front for Chelsea, with Loic Remy arriving from QPR to take the place of outgoing striker Fernando Torres.
They can move for it, Gomez couldn't. Beautifully delivered, Swansea City score! Dyer looking menacing here. Just too much on that for Sigurdsson to have a go at goal, but he's found Rowledge! Swansea banging on that door again. Gary Cahill's tiptoed forward inside the box and almost got to Cahill. Up in front of him was Diego Costa. Fabregas. Fabregas again. Costa! He is tearing Premier League defences apart. Eden Hazard. Ramirez. Diego Costa! The new darling of Stamford Bridge pounces again for his hat-trick. Oscar. Loic Remy! The perfect end to the perfect day for Chelsea.
This is terrific for them.
It's Jonjo Shelvey, and that is a ruthless finish. And Swansea City have something else to cheer.
The Champions League group stage draw saw the Blues paired with Schalke, Slovenian side Maribor and Sporting Lisbon, as Mourinho aimed to win the competition for the 3rd time in his managerial career.
Here's Hazard, can he take advantage? Fabregas might! He's got in on the goal-scoring act for the first time in Chelsea colours, says Fabregas. Certainly get away from people. Excellent work again, Huntelaar. It's opened up for him, and he takes the chance, as he always does.
A trip to the reigning champions Manchester City awaited in early September, and Mourinho's men had the opportunity to extend their lead over their title rivals to 8 points with a victory.
Aguero keeps his feet, shoots, saved by Courtois, and Xhaka's denied by Ramirez. Caught by Courtois to prevent the corner. Nobody wants to keep it at the moment. Zabaleta into Diego Costa. Yellow card Zabaleta, 2 equals red. Diego Costa. Hazard, Schürrle central. Schürrle onto it. Schürrle scores. Chelsea break from City's corner. They found the spaces and Andre Schürrle has found the net. Manchester City a man down and now a goal down. Something on for Chelsea here. Fabregas, Schürrle with a strong run. Diego Costa's there. Hart was well beaten. Silva. Milner. Into Lampard! Oh my goodness, that's incredible! Frank Lampard against Chelsea!
Crazy as well because of who got the Manchester City goal. I know you don't do emotion in that tense, but it's a remarkable story.
I don't feel it that way. I don't feel it that way. I just feel that when a player leaves another club and goes and plays in a direct opponent, he's not going there for holidays. He's going there to try to beat his club, the club that everybody consider the club of his heart, but not anymore. Maybe again when he leaves City, but during the time he plays for Man City, he wants to beat Chelsea. That's the nature of football, and he's a professional, and he did well.
The header was by Cahill, and Zuma! Kurt Zuma marks his Chelsea debut with a goal. Feeney, Mills, Everton's first genuine attack. Oscar. He'll have a go too. And he'll score. Crisp and clean for the young Brazilian.
Next up was the visit of Aston Villa. The Midland side hadn't conceded on the road all season. The match also marked a milestone for Jose Mourinho, as it was his 250th game in charge of the club.
Ivanovic, who in turn has picked out Willian. Willian goes for goal. It's a smart save from Guzan. Oscar! 1-0 Chelsea. Just under 7 minutes on the clock. And Villa breached already. Willian. Couple of back flicks and it's Azpilicueta's cross. Diego Costa! 2-0 Chelsea. Rarely does he fail to deliver. He looked laboured in the first half. Bearing down on Senderos, taking his time, blocked by Guzan, but in by Willian. His first goal of the season, sent off when these side met at Villa Park back in March.
Diego Costa's onside here. He's played through, it's an early chance and it's a good stop from Rui Patricio. You would back Diego Costa to back from there. That's a big chance. Hazard has timed his run beautifully. Costa is waiting in the centre. Eden Hazard pulls it back. Here's Andre Schürrle, and he's missed it. How many chances are Chelsea going to give up? Now it's Fabregas' chance to take a free kick. That's a better delivery. Here's Matic, and Nemanja Matic has put Chelsea in front.
Hazard, lovely run. Eden Hazard goes over. Penalty. Koscielny made the tackle. Yellow card for Laurent Koscielny. Eden Hazard rolls Chelsea in front. That can change. He's waiting for Hazard. Eden Hazard wastes a chance to double Chelsea's advantage.
Runs it down the channel. You look up, he's got nobody in the box.
Fabregas looking for his favourite target man, Diego Costa! Surely wins the game for Chelsea.
I think it was a top game, and sometimes top games are not the beautiful ones. You know, it's a huge match for both teams. It's a derby. It's the two unbeatable teams, two teams fighting for the title, and the game was very difficult.
7 games into the season, and Chelsea were already 5 points clear at the top, with their title challengers struggling to keep up the pace.
There's a slip there by Delaney into Willian. Gets it over the wall and past Baroni quite beautifully. Deadeye. Not enough on that from Kelly to MacArthur. Oh, that's a dodgy tackle to say the least. And the red card is out. Remy turns and was held back by Damien Delaney. It's a second yellow card for Damien Delaney. It's 10 against 10 at Selhurst Park. Hazard bouncing the passes around. Fabregas! They've walked through. And Fabregas has scored his first Premier League goal in a Chelsea shirt. Bundles his way through Felipe Luis. It's a tap-in for Campbell.
I'll get another opportunity here, Remy. Support arriving. Doesn't need it! The understudy revelling in the spotlight. Promise here for Chelsea. A shout for handball, and it's given. But he's back home and back scoring. And one of the biggest cheers of the season at Stamford Bridge. Might. He's got some from Fabregas, and John Terry all the way up there. Here is Drogba's in there. Felipe Luis on the charge. Surely must be for Hazard. Own goal. Well, it looked inevitable that would end in a goal, but in the end it's the defender who gets the final touch. Will go on. Was he clipped? Yes, another penalty. An outstanding night for Eden Hazard is complete. Well, Hazard, there's going to be no flag here. Can he make the most of it? Oh, yes he can! This man is just a joy to watch.
After their biggest ever Champions League victory, the Blues travelled to Old Trafford to face Manchester United, with Jose Mourinho going up against Louis van Gaal, who he had coached under at Barcelona more than a decade earlier.
The through ball for Robin van Persie. Courtois done very well indeed. So Rocco's head, Oscar, and he picks someone out here. He picks out Drogba! Kept out by David De Gea.
And it helped him straight at him.
Drogba. Hazard again. He's in for Chelsea. And David De Gea saves his side. Corner's over. Drogba. Drogba gets the touch. He can still do it. So the De Gea save counted for very little. He believes himself he should score more goals. Shooting like that, he might do. There's a good strike. Here's Ivanovic. Could go all the way here. Branislav Ivanovic. Here comes Di Maria. Oh, there's a grab by Ivanovic. He could be off here. Chelsea finished with 10 men. He's close to the tunnel that he has to go down. Branislav Ivanovic. Di Maria takes Fellaini. And it's in. Robin van Persie. 1-1 at Old Trafford. Look at the joy. It's all gone wrong for Chelsea in the closing seconds.
If I have to speak about the second yellow card, I have to speak about lots of things, and I don't want to speak about lots of things. I don't want to speak about the penalty on Ivanovic. I don't want to speak with the accumulation of yellow cards. I don't want to speak about fouls and even throw-ins. I don't want to speak, because if I want to speak, I will speak too much. You know that I speak always with my heart, and I get into trouble. So I prefer not to speak about it and to leave it for you pundits, if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it's not a problem too.
Salah. Drogba! Only takes a second. And it's turned in. What a moment for Andy Mangan. He's been on the pitch for 1 minute. And Willian towards Drogba! Chelsea back in front. Whether Drogba or Granderson got the final touch is open to debate.
Fabregas, tight 1-2 from Costa. He can open it up here. Oscar's available on the angle. Spun it brilliantly. That's a magnificent finish. A gifted player with a gilt-edged finish. Vargas, Terry across to cover. And the big left claw came out. Back in early by Fur. There's the back here. It's 1-1. Austin gets the goal. Charlie Austin. The man pictured this week. Hazard. Vargas has got the he's pushing. It's a penalty. Penalty to Chelsea. Challenge brought him down. Penalty to Chelsea. Hazard won the spot kick and scores it. 2-1. Mourinho's team back in front, but he knows they've been made to work hard.
He's trying to get in front inside the box. Ibrahimi will hit it. Oh, it's a glorious goal! Ibrahimi with a goal. Fabregas's corner, and it's going to go in. Matic arriving at the back has dug Chelsea out of a hole. Sterling, nice little pocket of space for him. Emre Can here square of him. Emre Can's had a hit! It's in! Effervescent Liverpool start! Cracking Liverpool goal! Fabregas with the outswinger. Costa with a header. Across got Mignolet. Cahill did it cross the line. It did! Gary Cahill with the equaliser, having unwittingly deflected Chan's shot in to afford Liverpool the lead. And he's taken on Coutinho, Azpilicueta, it's come out to Costa! He was bound to! And once more, Chelsea lead at Anfield.
A crucial win over Liverpool saw the Blues set a new club record with a 17-game unbeaten start to the season and extend their lead over Manchester City to 8 points. After such a sensational start, it was surprisingly Southampton who emerged as the closest challengers to Mourinho's men.
Fabregas, Hazard, cleared somehow by Foster. Looked a certain goal, but he got enough contact on the ball to turn it to safety. Oscar, Diego Costa is onside. Diego Costa scores again. The Chelsea corner. Played into Hazard, West Brom asleep. 2-0. Ben Foster with some angry words to say to those supposed to be defending in front of him.
Oh, and in! It's John Terry who got up there! Magnificent start for Chelsea! Willian again! And through the goalkeeper! But a beautifully constructed goal for Chelsea! When it's Kirchhoff, centre! Well, they've shot themselves in the foot, Schalke. Now then, there's a contest on for this one. No flag, Willian, and Drogba can finish it. The perfect night for Chelsea is complete. Well, it could be anything. It's Drogba again. Forced a little wide, and Ramirez! Well, it's not quite his first touch, but that is quite an impact from the substitute.
A dominant win in Germany secured Chelsea a top-place finish in their group, guaranteeing them a spot as one of the top seeds for the knockout draw. However, the midweek victory was followed by an uneventful encounter at Sunderland, in a match where chances were few and far between for both sides.
From Johnson, Catamol goes on. Off the bar and over from Virginie.
One back firmly by Mason. Wide now for Lennon. Aimed in at Kane! Against the bar and out. Skipping away from Lennon. Drogba. Hazard! It's a lovely goal. That's how good they are. It's a gorgeous combination. And that doesn't help from Maurice. And there's Oscar. And here's Drogba too. You just knew. Yeah. Now then, Remy. Goal side of Vertonghen. Like Remy, of course. No Costa, so Drogba's got one and Remy's got one. Same old Chelsea.
Newcastle still playing with confidence as well. Amiobi with the ball towards Cisse! And he's off the bench and he's done it again! Papis Cisse for Newcastle! Newcastle with the opportunity. Here it falls for Sissoko, and it falls for Cisse! 2-0 to Newcastle, and Papis Cisse with a double at St James's Park. Fabregas with the free kick, and it came and didn't get there. And as he has so many times, Didier Drogba throws Chelsea a lifeline.
The unbeaten start to the season came to an end after 21 matches across all competitions, but Chelsea still had a 3-point advantage at the top of the Premier League.
This is Felipe Luis. Now then, the challenge from Escaio results in a penalty for Chelsea. And scores. Never a doubt. And Chelsea in charge early on here. This is Matic. Schürrle with a sprightly turn and a brilliant goal. Excellent work again. Slimani's in there. It'll break kindly for Jonathan Silva. And that could be a vital goal for Sporting. Zuma was up at the near post and it's turned in at the back. And is it Mikel who gets the credit?
Mourinho's side finished the group unbeaten, and at the top, setting up a rematch of last season's quarter-finals in the knockout draw, with Paris Saint-Germain their opponents.
Oscar. Oh, lovely ball in, 1-0 Chelsea! Super cross, super header. Eden Hazard puts the league leaders ahead in the 7th minute. Oh, he's caught Felipe Luis there. That's a nasty one. That's a deserved sending off. And again, tip of the shoulder to give him this space. Into Diego Costa, 2-0. And here's mini scoring droughts of 4 games comes to an end.
Given away by Keogh to Hazard, real danger. Still Eden Hazard, and he really makes Derby pay. Keogh's mistake, punished by Eden Hazard. And it's Luis who takes. What a way that is to get your first goal for Chelsea. Now Bryson, here's Johnny Russell. Bryson, they've got one back. 20 minutes to play. Forsyth is in there. Fabregas. Remy, saved by Grant, followed in by Schürrle.
Biting winds and the chill up here. Oh, and it's a wonderful start. Absolutely wonderful start for Chelsea. Technical area is something that should be scrutinised, but here goes Nzonzi. Oh, it's deflected! And Thibaut Courtois had to react, and react he did. Hazard for Fabregas. Does he reach it? He does. It trundled in slowly, but in it went. And for Chelsea, that could mean the match.
Here comes the corner. Costa, it's in now! John Terry's touch. Skipper's goal. Chelsea's inevitable lead. Hazard. Matic. Adrian applied a fingertip. Kouyaté ran into trouble. Hazard is trouble. He's found Costa. Diego Costa, 2. It's another smashing finish from a truly smashing player.
And he's onside. He's in here for Southampton. First real chance. Chelsea caught out. Sadio Mane.
Both teams are really compact. It's a fantastic pass.
Hazard. Costa getting there. Hazard goes on and equalises. He does get an away goal in the Barclays Premier League, and it's a very important one for Chelsea. Down goes Fabregas. And
what's he giving? He's not looking for diving. I thought it was a penalty first up. I'd have to see it again. They're furious, the Chelsea players. I thought he slipped into him. He's got that one wrong, Anthony Taylor.
You know, in other countries where I worked before, tomorrow in the sports papers would be front page scandal, because it's a scandal.
You think it's a scandal?
I think it's a scandal because it's not a small penalty. It's a penalty like the Big Ben. In this country, and I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with that, more than happy with that. We will just say that was a big mistake with a big influence in the results, and I'm happy that is this way, with respect for the referee. You made a big mistake, like the players they make sometimes.
And Costa wants it. Hazard away from Rose. Tiki Mbatongan. Eden Hazard against the post. Oscar scores. Costa, a toe on the line perhaps. Chelsea, regardless, lead again. Kane, easing away from Oscar. Harry Kane, oh what a goal! One of their own, a Harry Kane hurricane.
He likes the shot.
Tottenham won, Chelsea won. It's Nasser Chadli. It's hit the post. Rose, 2-1 Spurs. Tottenham lead Chelsea. Nice touch, Ivanovic gave it away. Kane's gone over. It's a penalty to Tottenham.
Brilliant play.
Spurs trailed here. Spurs lead 3-1. And Chelsea are rocking down the lane. Kane, lovely turn. Harry Kane, that's gorgeous. How good is he? How big a night is this for Tottenham? Fazio caught on it. Hazard, Fabregas, Hazard, 2-4. Chelsea do have the next goal. Ramirez, Ivanovic, Hazard, Azpilicueta! Oh. It's a really good save by Lloris. Chadley! 5! Now it's Tottenham, surely! Fabregas, and in from Terry. And there are still 3.5 minutes to play, and the gap between them is back to 2.
The Blues dropped points in back-to-back games for the first time in the league, and City capitalised, meaning the top 2 teams are now level on points, goal difference and goals scored, with their positions separated only by alphabetical order.
And now Remy and Willian! Well, Jose Mourinho looked to his bench, and Willian has delivered. Now Drogba, Costa, appeals for handball, but Remy will make it 2. Willian, Azpilicueta, and Zuma. 2 in 2 minutes, 3-0 to Chelsea.
Goal, the Dutch international. There's a chance here now for Chelsea. Oscar! The breakthrough comes just 2 minutes before half-time. Oscar, it's a lovely turn. Diego Costa, can he finish? Yes, he can. 15 goals now for Diego Costa in the Premier League this season.
Which I'm not sure is actually his best position.
The ball's been given away to Oscar, who shoots and scores! An absolutely stunning start for Chelsea. 50 seconds on the clock. Oscar to Fabregas, Diego Costa! Chelsea celebrates, Swansea disintegrates. That second goal has been coming, Willian. Oh! What a thunderous strike. Swansea somehow survive. Oh, that's terrible from Fernandes, straight to Diego Costa, and it's 3-0. Self-inflicted misery at the back once again for Swansea City. Time again as Willian plays it through. Here goes Diego Costa. Oscar! 4-0, and we've only played 35 minutes. Comes Williams, this for the hat-trick. It's Diego Costa, can he finish it? Williams is blocking him, still he goes on, and he can set up Willian. Oh! It's still on, maybe.
The unselfishness again of a Chelsea striker.
He's got it into Ivanovic, and there is a goal. It was attacked on the near post by Schürrle.
The League Cup semi-final paired Chelsea with Liverpool in a 2-legged tie to determine who would advance to the final.
Taken on Chan and beaten him, and Hazard goes down, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Chelsea. Emre Can with a clumsy-looking challenge, and puts Chelsea in front in this semi-final. Sterling can turn, get away from Matic, now running at Cahill. Sterling, 1-1! Raheem Sterling for Liverpool levels the semi-final.
A few days later, the team welcomed League One side Bradford City in the 4th round of the FA Cup. After scoring 2 early goals in the first half, the match was expected to be a routine victory for Mourinho's men. But what followed would become one of the biggest upsets in the competition's history.
Here's Stead. And Czech's been beaten. Bradford have a goal back. It's come to Moraes. Bradford a level. Looking to turn. Unbelievable. Andy Halliday to make it 3-2. Oh, that's so neatly done. They can wrap it up here. They have. No arguments now. Mark Yates has made it 4-2.
Gerrard slides in the full-back. Moreno's got him behind. And Courtois comes up with another huge save in this semi-final. Coutinho runs through. And it's another fine stop, this time with his foot, by Thibaut Courtois to deny Coutinho. Hazard has Costa up to his left. And he's done brilliantly to get through. And he can't find the finishing touch. Hazard kept his balance and kept the ball so beautifully. Williams kick, Ivanovic! It's taken until the 4th minute of stoppage time to separate them.
Diego Costa was handed a 3-match ban following the semi-final for an alleged stamp. The Spaniard, alongside the injured Cesc Fabregas, would miss the top-of-the-table clash against Manchester City a few days later.
Now Aguero away from Terry. Kun Aguero has pulled it a yard wide.
The chance of the match.
Ivanovic. Azar. Remy! The leaders pull away from the champions. Navas, Milner's going in there, Courtois lost it, Aguero! Silva's touch on the line, Aguero's hit, City level on the cusp of half-time.
After a congested run of fixtures in January, Chelsea had extended their lead at the top of the table to 5 points by the end of the month. Just before the January transfer window closed, the club made 2 significant changes to the squad. André Schürrle returned to his former club Wolfsburg, while Colombian international Juan Cuadrado joined from Fiorentina, as the manager looked to make the team even stronger for the second half of a remarkable season.
Oscar to William. William through to Hazard! Chelsea score with their first chance of the match. Hill against Oscar. See you later. Here's Torres! Aston Villa score a goal in the Premier League. Just short of 11 hours since their last one. Corey then with the block, back to Azpilicueta, back to Ivanovic, who's crashed it home. That is a thumping finish from the Serbian fullback.
Onto it, found Barkley in space, Naismith beyond him, Lukaku onside, Romelu Lukaku, and Cech denies him with an outstretched foot. Good ball. Oviedo, Lukaku! Denied at point-blank range by Cech. Header out by Stones, set back by Fabregas for Matic, deflection goal! But the flag is up, and it counts for naught. Howard has chosen to come once more, and to good effect, lashed back in by William! 89 minutes! That's what champions are made of!
The European campaign resumed with a trip to Paris, with the Blues hoping to repeat the success they had over the Parisian club a year earlier.
Cahill's flick, and it's in from Ivanovic! Branislav Ivanovic has come up with another huge goal for Chelsea!
Uses Matuidi.
Cavani!
Hazard. Oh, he's done well to skip round the challenges. Ivanovic! And the hero of Paris is the man that gives Chelsea the lead. Cuadrado. It's Ivanovic again. Appeals for a handball. Nothing given against Michael Keitel. There's a mistake by Jason Shackle. Martin Atkinson in good position. Says no penalty. He created a half opportunity there as Barnes has caught Matic, whose reaction might get him into trouble. But Matic's reaction might see him sent off here. Chelsea down to 10 men. The commanding presence of John Terry gets it clear. Back in from Jones. Great save from Courtois. Ashley Barnes with the shot. And that's the save of the day. In towards the edge of the 6-yard box and in from Ben Mee. Burnley equalise against the 10 men of Chelsea.
4 moments of the game. Minute 30, minute 33, minute 43, and minute 69. If a person at home didn't watch the game and wants to know what the game was, instead of being in front of the screen for 90 minutes, go just to 4 moments, minutes 30, 33, 43, and 69, and you know the story of the game.
With Nemanja Matic suspended for the All-London League Cup final, Mourinho boldly deployed youngster Kurt Zouma in midfield, a decision that proved to be sensational, as the Blues claimed their first silverware of the season.
Tottenham here, the first was a free kick. And Eriksen goes, oh, and he hits the bar! It's back into play as well. And then free kick, which Willian takes. And it comes out to John Terry. Mr. Chelsea puts Chelsea in front. Fabregas, bringing a growing influence in the game. Diego Costa, tight angle, deflected. Touch of fortune that Chelsea need. The danger that is Diego Costa. Willian, Hazard, Spurs are on the rack here. Very nearly out of contention totally. Yeah, a whisker away from the brilliant Belgian. Chelsea. History has repeated itself for Jose Mourinho. His first trophy in his second spell at Chelsea is the League Cup, just as it was first time around 10 years ago.
That's the first one. It's massive. It meant an awful lot to us, you know, in 2004-05 in Jose's first year here. That could be the start of something very good, but now we have to kick on and we've got leagues to focus on. But a great day and a great win today.
The Capital One Cup has a home in the capital at Chelsea.
Fabregas now to Ramirez. What a ball in! And Chelsea lead. Eden Hazard with the final touch. Feeding Ramirez. Ramirez here for Chelsea. Still going. Back off the post. What a game of football. Fabregas. Oh, he's found Eden Hazard onside. Hazard. Willian blocked on the line. Would you believe it? What a game.
That looks really dangerous, and the referee is reaching for a card, and it's a red card. 10 minutes of the second leg to go. Fabregas with the corner. So he's trying to help it back to Diego Costa, and Cahill! At last, the blue touch paper is lit! Betsy's corner! Oh! Wouldn't you just know it? He had to do something big on the Stamford Bridge return, didn't he? Well, two more under it. Cahill coming in, and the referee's pointed to the spot.
Well, I think Thiago Silva knows.
Scores again! And Chelsea really are in pole position now.
Slick save.
Motta's corner, and again Silva's there, and this time scores!
After a memorable encounter, the French champions advanced to the quarter-finals on the away goals rule, while Chelsea shifted their full focus to clinching the league title for the first time in 5 years.
Held up by Font, he finds Branislav Ivanovic, and Costa! Back doing what he does best, Costa on the score sheet. And Yama, and Mane onto it, and two converged on him, and the referee points to the spot. Right down the middle, and Dusan Tadic draws Southampton level. To the corner, all the way to Cahill, and Rennie's shot blocked. Terry's follow-up blocked. Terry then hits it wide of the target, and the captain wonders how they didn't get a winner there.
Despite dropping points at home to Southampton, Chelsea extended their lead at the top to 6 points with a game in hand following Manchester City's defeat at Burnley. The title was firmly within reach.
Hazard. Hull forced to backtrack, and how about that from Hazard? Talk about being clinical. Clicked on by Ndoye. Here's a big moment. Abel Hernandez. Well, the goal was gaping.
Very, very tight for offside.
Ramirez arriving in the middle. Dawson had the problem. And Costa with a supreme finish. Chelsea 2 up in 9 minutes. Somehow found a way past Ivanovic. And teased it in, and it's turned in.
Ahmed El Mohammadi puts Hull City back in business. Courtois, what's he done? He's gifted a goal! That's what he's done! And it's just what Abel Hernandez needed. A player who's not scored for 6 months receives a gift. And he's picked out Ahmed El Mohammadi. Smothering save, Liverpool! Diving save, Gaston Ramirez! Wonderful save!
Triple save from Courtois. He made a mistake in the first half.
Now it's Willian, and the chance for Remy, and it's in by the keeper. Loic Remy has scored with his first touch of the ball, and he runs across to the bench and to his manager.
There's Fabregas, who goes down, and the referee points to the spot. Chelsea take the lead for the 4th home game in a row. Well, he's gone for goal there, and found it. Quite stunning, remarkable equaliser from Charlie Adam. And suddenly it's Hazard creating danger and creating a goal for Remy. Chelsea have the lead again.
Stephen Colker. Zamora may have hit a hand. Austin! Courtois fully extended. Austin. Zamora. Phillips, nice turn! Great save. Super stop by Courtois.
That is a world-class save.
Hazard. Oscar. Hazard again. And Fabregas scores! 3 minutes to play in the West London derby. Chelsea on the point of going 7 clear again.
A week later, Manchester United visited Stamford Bridge as one of the league's most informed teams. They were aiming for their 7th successive win, while for Chelsea, this was a chance to move 10 points clear at the top.
And now Shaw has got to the byline and turned it back for Rooney, who didn't miss by much. De Gea thought it was, but not quite yet, David. Fabregas for Oscar, played in for Eden Hazard, scores for Chelsea. Closer and closer they move to the line. Here's a poor giveaway to Matic, who's played in Drogba. Hazard is square of him. Drogba went himself against the post from Hazard, and United are off the hook. Shaw. Falcao away from Zuma. Side netting might even have clipped a bit of the post.
The narrow win over United moved the Blues within 2 wins of reclaiming the Premier League crown, sitting 10 points clear of their next opponents Arsenal. Avoid defeat against the Gunners, and Mourinho's men would all but secure the title.
Vitally important they finish high as they possibly can.
Aimed in at Oscar, who's got it past the goalkeeper, and Bellerin got across to deny Ramirez a tap-in.
Now this is an interesting one.
It's a super ball, Bellerin's got there. Handball Cahill, was it? From Cazorla, Michael Oliver looks away.
First reaction says penalty.
Cazorla's free kick, Courtois come. Mertesacker! Came out to Sanchez. Overlapping is Monreal. Monreal's pulled back. Welbeck couldn't snatch it in.
A defensive masterclass from Mourinho saw the team take another huge step towards the Premier League crown.
Here he is. There's a decent pullback as well, and a chance for Brighton. Right on half-time. Ivanovic gets forward impressively here and pulls it back for Drogba. Less than 3 minutes into the second half. Chelsea are level. Didier Drogba. Right into the crowd and off the line, but it's been turned in anyway. It's John Terry who gets the final touch to give Chelsea the lead. An ironic cry of boring Chelsea as Ramirez clinches the point. The title is almost theirs.
What a goal that is from Ramirez.
Oh, and that's going to be a penalty. They could well go in a goal up, because when Hazard gets penalties, he usually converts them. And Hazard takes a very weak penalty, but manages to head in the rebound. Even the pressure had got to him. That is his first actual miss. It goes down as a goal, not from the penalty spot, rightly so. But Chelsea are the champions. Their third title under Mourinho, their fourth in the Premier League, their fifth in all, 60 years after the first. The Blues, by far the best of the bunch, winning from the front by a country mile.
To be back to a club where you were happy before is a bit of a risk, but definitely I wanted to come back, and by winning this title with two different generations and separated by almost a decade, I think definitely I have a place in Chelsea history.
Having led the table from day one, Chelsea secured the title with 3 games to spare and were set to receive a guard of honour for the remainder of the season.
Fabregas with the corner, there's John Terry! Can't wait to lift the trophy, and Liverpool are behind inside 5 minutes at the home of the champions. Henderson's delivery, Gerrard! He'll enjoy that one. One skipper and then the other, and Liverpool are level.
For one tournament only. Here's Berahino. Oh! Well, we talk about his talent. There's a great example of it. He's still in there. And Berahino sent tumbling by John Terry. A penalty. Berahino. And that 100% record continues. He scored twice. Albion have scored twice. Pass the Loftus-Cheek for Remy. Might be able to get a shot away here. Oh, and it's the inside of the post. It was a great effort by Loic Remy. Basic defending, lack of it from Chelsea. Oh, and it's cost them, because it's absolutely drilled in by Brunt. That's his speciality.
Club legend Didier Drogba had the honour of leading the team out in what would be his final appearance for the club, capping off a memorable and celebratory afternoon at Stamford Bridge.
Quadrado's done beautifully here, and Drogba couldn't switch it in. Johnson's corner all the way across and in! Stephen Fletcher! That wasn't meant to happen. Five years ago, when Chelsea last won the title, he scored a hat-trick against Wigan on the final day. He will cherish that memory. He'll possibly cherish this one even more. Quadrado neat on his feet again. He's got a penalty. John O'Shea was the hurdle he couldn't clear. Diego Costa, firm and sure. 20 for the year. Hazard away from Larson, away from Cortez, in for Remy! Now the corks can pop. That's Piliqueta. Matic and Remy. Chelsea finish as they began, in style. Style and substance. Champions and a little bit more. Chelsea began the season by winning. They ended the season winning. They've won the whole thing from gun to tape. And now, as if they never stopped, the songs can start again. After 4 years in Manchester, the Barclays Premier League trophy is ready to settle in London again, ready to be redelivered into the familiar arms of John Terry for the 3rd time under Mourinho, for the 4th time in the Premier League era, and for the 5th time in history. In 2015, Chelsea are champions. And blue is the colour.